Third time's the charm, guys. Okay, we are back at it again, looking at some more retro advertisements. I love doing this. I love looking at retro ads because ads today suck. I hate watching ads. I hate how there's ads everywhere. Even on Netflix, dude, they have ads now. Crazy to think about it. But we've already looked at the 90s. We've gone to the 50s. And now we are going to look at the 80s. I know I'm kind of like jumping around and stuff like that. I have some normal commercials in here. And then I have some commercials in here that did not age so well, okay? Some very cursed commercials.
I've got this delicious dilemma. I've always loved my Doritos tortilla chips. I just love the... But now there's another Doritos I love too. Extra crispy Doritos. That same great Doritos taste, but different.
Her eyes, man. She's just staring right into my soul. She's like, buy the Doritos. I love Doritos. Doritos are so good. The director of the commercial is like, okay, so for this next take, I want you to look completely insane, okay? Like, once you saw these Doritos, they have completely taken over your life. And I need you to sell that to these people, okay? I just love the retro design of the bags, dude. It's so much like simpler and you know, cleaner. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, guys. The classic red bag design of Doritos, the red, the blue, like, you know, those are eye-catching and those are classics. Like, you see the red, you're like, okay, that's Doritos. But this one does look cool, and especially like with the little block letters and it says Doritos and like the white and the red. Like, it really goes well together.
Throughout the universe, fast food places serve the same thing for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Dinner? Burger.
Oh. But not at Jack in the Box. We serve real dinners like tender ocean shrimp.
Lunch? Burger.
We have meal-sized salads, not just burgers.
Breakfast? Burger?
Jack in the Box has crescent breakfasts on a croissant. Serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and people come from all over.
There is no way that I would ever go to a place like Jack in the Box and eat shrimp, okay? You would have to pay me to eat shrimp at Jack in the Box, okay? Mind you, I don't think I've ever actually eaten at Jack in the Box. There's none around me. But like shrimp, like a fast food restaurant like that shrimp is probably like sitting out right there, room temperature. It's probably all warm and stuff. They're just like, okay, here you go, throw the shrimp. Somebody probably dropped it on the floor. They're like, it should be fine. Here you go. Who goes to a place like Jack in the Box? Or like really any fast food place, maybe except for like, I don't know, Subway or something, and gets a salad, okay? You know that salad is not going to be well made, okay? They're like a burger place and like, you know, a chicken place or whatever, dude. You know they're going to be like, okay, they're like, oh, somebody ordered the salad. They're like, crap. You know, they're just going to throw whatever ingredients they have in there. Any leftover stuff, oh, this, throw it in the bowl. If you're going to go there and destroy your arteries, why don't you just go all in with it, man? I have not seen a place like Jack in the Box. Like, it just has like such a variety of food. We'll just serve everything. Oh, you want moist spaghetti? We got that. Don't forget to try our delicious Buffalo Ranch caviar, guys. Oh, it's so delicious. And another thing I like about this ad, I just like the atmosphere of it, okay? I love that it's in space. It looks really cool. I like this ad. It's very entertaining and it actually does kind of want to make me go and eat at Jack in the Box, even though there's not really any near me.
Who has the latest movies in town? Who has the biggest selection? Who has the best prices? The answer is Home Video with 9 Bay Area stores. And because we want you to be our movie customer, we're offering money-saving deals on brand-name video recorders and video disc players. So shop Home Video with the largest inventory of movies and money-saving deals on video equipment. Head for home now.
This ad reminds me of just how much I miss like video stores like Blockbuster, okay? Because like I know there was other ones. There's like this one which I haven't really heard of before this ad. There's like I know there was Family Video, and of course there was Blockbuster. I wasn't a 90s kid, guys. I do remember like when I was really young. I don't know, maybe it was just like this would have been probably like maybe 2009, 2010. We had like a Blockbuster near our house. And I remember like I have like very faint memories of going there and like having fun picking out videos, and like it was such a good time, guys. Like, they don't really have those anymore. They used to have Redbox, dude, but even Redbox, man, finally going bankrupt, which is so crazy to think about, dude, because I have so many memories of Redbox too, like going to like Publix, dude, The Publix that we go to a lot had one. I remember going to Publix and sometimes we would like rent a movie. I just miss it. And like, I know you got places like Barnes and Noble that like still have movies. And you got like the thrift stores like Goodwill, but you can't really rent like it from places. Yeah, you can rent it like digitally, but it's not the same, guys. There is in fact still a Blockbuster. There's one more Blockbuster store open in Bend, Oregon, of all places, Oregon. It's still open. It says, I'm looking at the Wikipedia, it says as of in 2024, as estimated that 80% of the store's income comes from selling merchandise. So it is still open, which is crazy to think about that. I want to go to Blockbuster. That is so cool. There's still hope in our society, guys. There is still hope.
Fresh ground cinnamon. It makes a delicious difference in my cinnamon rolls. I'm Mrs. Olson. You know, the right ingredients are so important in good cooking. That's why Folgers is good cooking. It has that just right, delicious ingredient, mountain-grown coffee. The richest kind. Delicious.
At first, I was a little bit confused with this ad when it started. I thought it was going to be like a Pillsbury ad, or maybe like an ad for like maybe Nestle. It turned out to be a Folgers ad. And what does she mean? What does she mean by Folgers is good cooking? I don't understand that slogan. It's coffee. Is there dishes that you put like coffee grounds into? Like, is that what she means by it? Like, is Folgers is good cooking? Like, oh, you should have Folgers while you're cooking in the kitchen to make it better. You know, like when you're in the kitchen with your kids and they're screaming and yelling, and you're like, oh my goodness, my kids won't shut up. My kids will not shut up. Like, grab your Folgers coffee and you're like, okay, kids, let's do some baking now. The only way I'm getting through this is because of my coffee. I actually hate you guys. It feels like they were going for like a bait and switch with their commercial. They're like, Folgers is like, okay, we can't come up with anything, so let's just make it seem like it's a cooler commercial. And then you're like, oh, actually, it's Folgers, guys. Like, they were clickbaiting. They were clickbaiting before anybody knew what clickbaiting is.
Pose a masterpiece with help from your nearby Lucky Deli. Delight in Lucky's impressive deli selection. Delicious imported and domestic meats and cheeses, each striking just the right note in a symphony of flavors. Lucky has scores of delectable deli foods to win applause the next time you want to be creative.
Are they making a sandwich for the Hulk, dude? Look how huge this sandwich is. Look how much cheese she is putting on that sandwich. That is so much cheese. The cheese to meat ratio is way off, okay? This can feed a whole entire family of 4, man. This sandwich, you sit down in the middle of the dinner table, you're like, okay, kids, dig in. If you eat that for lunch, if you go on your lunch break, you bring down, you're like, you're like, okay, I'm going to eat it. If you eat that thing, you are not coming out of that alive. You're going to have to be resuscitated because that thing is huge, man. I always enjoy commercial with a good song. And this little song in there, oh, man, it is so good. Yeah, this song is catchy. And, like, just the background music, man, oh, it just sitting there, relaxing. Ah, man. I'm in a nice, warm place, guys. Everything is going to be all right.
What makes people all over America break down and cry like this? Call 1-900-9099-CRY and hear it for yourself. $2 for the first minute, 45 cents each additional minute. If you're under 18, ask your parents before you call.
Either these people are really good actors, or they literally just like went into random people's houses and just like said a bunch of mean things to them and really made them cry, okay? Because either way, they were going for authenticity. Because like these people crying, like, do a really good job. Like, it really makes me feel sad. This ad is so vague. Like, it literally tells you nothing about like the product or service. Like, what is this service even supposed to do? Like, the ad is supposed to tell you what it does so that you want to buy it. Is this just because people were sitting around when they were like, okay, you know what, let's have how can we make money, but like not really do anything? Like, I don't really have any talent, so, oh, I know, we'll have a number that people can call, and they can just cry, and then We won't say or do anything. Also, kids, remember, before you call the crying line, make sure to tell your parents, oh, hey, Mom, just to let you guys know, I'm going to be calling the crying line, so please do not interrupt me.
Of course I killed them. I just aimed, shot, and killed those little creeps myself.
New faster killing Black Flag ant and roach killer kills with an exterminator-proven ingredient.
Their kind deserve to die.
Black Flag.
This is an example of great advertising, okay? You only got a little bit of time to hook the audience, okay? Commercials are short and to the point. You gotta hook them in the first few seconds. And I feel like this ad did it perfectly. This is kind of similar to what like YouTubers do nowadays, you know? They'll put like the most shocking part of the video at the beginning, or you know, they'll say like some shocking line, or you know, you'll have Mr. Beast sitting in front of the camera and be like, I dropped 10 people in a burning building and the last one out wins, and the other ones have to stay in there for 24 hours. And also what I love about this commercial, I love the janky like 90s 3D animation, dude. It looks so like chunky, yet it's like so appealing, dude. I just love it. I just love the style of it. Now, the bad thing about this commercial is that like this could really be like cut out of context. Maybe not the best thing like to say in an advertisement that you wish all their kind were dead. Maybe you should have just said, oh, I wish all cockroaches would die. I don't think you should be this vague. I mean, I don't find it really cursed that much. Just that one part is a little bit, and like it's a little bit like jarring on how like rough they are, like how like just out there they are with it. But it is a cool commercial.
I was overweight and looked terrible, but AIDS helped me lose 46 pounds. The AIDS diet plan helped me lose 28 pounds.
AIDS helps control your appetite so you lose weight, yet AIDS lets you taste, chew, and enjoy. And the appetite suppressant in AIDS is not a stimulant.
AIDS helped me to lose 18 pounds, and it doesn't contain anything to make me nervous.
Question.
They had to know what they were doing here. I'm sorry. You had to know what you were doing. It seems crazy to me that there was people sitting in like a boardroom. There was people sitting in a boardroom going like, should we name our weight loss candy? Oh, I know. Why do we name it after a dangerous and highly deadly disease? Who would want to buy that? If I say that name on something, I am not going to buy it. I am going far away from that product. It feels like the boardroom was just full of like edgy teenage boys who were like, when someone suggested this, they were like, dude, that's so funny, man. We're so edgy.
Why take diet pills when you can enjoy AIDS?
No, sir. I don't think people enjoy AIDS. It's actually quite the opposite. You know, a lot of people die from it. So I wouldn't consider it an enjoyable experience. And you know what makes it even worse, guys? You know what makes this commercial is already bad. You want to know what makes it even worse? The fact is that AIDS, the disease, a symptom of AIDS, is weight loss. Drastic weight loss. So this is even worse, okay? This either has to be some sick joke or it's just like a really bad coincidence, okay? It's just a really bad coincidence. You cannot tell me that while they were filming this commercial, there wasn't some people who were like, are you sure? Like, we should be doing this? Like, are you guys sure? Okay, I guess I'm just an actor.
Now you can celebrate your birthday with Pepperoni and Sylvester Stallion at the Pizza Planet. For $5.50 per person, you'll get pizza, pop, game tokens, and an ice cream sundae. Plus a special birthday show with Pepperoni and a visit with Sylvester Stallion and a member of the Buffalo Stallions team. Everyone at your party will receive a ticket good at any Buffalo Stallions home game, too.
Hello, everybody. It looks like we finally found the inspiration for Five Nights at Freddy's. This ad is freaky. This ad is creepy. I don't know why anyone will want to take their kids there. You know what? This feels like oddly like nostalgic because like I never had my birthday at a place like this. I guess I did. I remember like probably like over 10 years ago, dude. I had my party at like it was this place at the mall. It was like this golf course, like this lunar golf course. This kind of hits home. I mean, they didn't have the creepy mascots or anything like that, or the Five Nights at Freddy's look ambiance or something like that, but it was fun. You get sports tickets too. That's actually like a great deal. I mean, saying how much this cost, dude, that's actually a great deal. I mean, I bet you like the sports team that's doing it, they're like, oh, dang it, guys, we can't get anybody to go to our sports games. They're desperate. They're like, nobody's coming to the games. Why don't we just give them out with a part, like when people have a kid's birthday party, you know, we'll just give them out.
Viper armed. Protected by Viper. Stand back.
Viper, no one dares come close.
This ad was placed into like the cursed ad section, like the cursed 80s ads, and I gotta say that this ad is probably the coolest one out of the bunch. This is my favorite one. I just love the poorly rendered like 3D graphics, like the 3D animation of the snake, and just like how like overreacting the guy does. He's like, ah! Like, just how like cheesy the guy's acting is. It really sells it. So is this like an alarm system? Is it like a thing that you like, maybe, I think that's probably what it is. It's probably like an alarm system that you set up around your car, and then like when someone opens it, it like beep 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 beep, it beeps up. Or is it actually a thing where like you set it up and someone opens their car and boom, it shoots them. It shoots them with a thing, like it shoots them with like a taser. Or is it just literal? Like when you buy the product, do they literally just ship you a box with the snake in it, and you just put the snake in your car? Because, I mean, I don't know about you, okay? But, like, if I'm a robber, I got my mask on, you know, I'm tiptoeing over, I see a car with a snake in it, I'm not going to rob it. I'm probably not going to rob it. And also, Viper, like, that is such a cool name for, like, such, like, an average, like, boring product. Like, I want to buy it now. I want to buy this auto security system, even though I don't even have a car, guys. I wouldn't need this thing, but I still want to buy it anyways. If you guys want to see me do, like, more ads, I'm definitely going to do more decades. I also want to try to do some stuff where I look at, you know, like, toy advertisements, or, like, maybe just fast food advertisements or something like that. Specific things, because I love looking at old ads, and there's a lot of them, especially cursed ads. Like, just looking at cursed ads and seeing, like things that, like, you know, how things have poorly aged over time. Because the people did, and back in the day when they made the ads, they didn't know that the things would, like, poorly age. So I wanted to try to find some ads that were cursed in a different way. I also want to do one thing where, like, I try to make my own, like, funny ads. You know, like, I get a thing like a fast food ad, or, like, I don't know, like a soda ad or something like that, and I have to make my own ad. That would be such a fun experience. Okay. Now, see you later. Bye.